Hey guys, it's that time again. It's 12 o'clock and it's time for Swipe Left. Let's not waste another moment. Let's get started. Swipe left. Swipe left. Hello and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. My name is Milan Trejor, the hostess with the mostest, and so happy to see you here. Absolutely happy to see you here. How have you guys been doing? It's been a long week, to say the least. Long week, lot going on. Before we get into it, I want to take some time to do some thank yous. We doing what we do here. It's April 27th, 2019. This is Swipe Left. I'm going to start off by doing some thank yous. All right, let's go. First of all is a huge thank you to Miss Marilyn. Miss Marilyn actually, you know what, she blesses my PayPal on a consistent basis. She is always thinking of me and taking care of me. Much, much too good to me, and I don't say it enough. Miss Marilyn, thank you so much, baby. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I definitely try to put everything you give to great use, and I hope you can actually see that with the content that I actually put out and you get to see. But I really, really do appreciate you, and thank you so much, darling. Mwah! Thank you so much. Okay, now, Logan J, Araya Flynn, Miss Kiki, and D Moore all did super chats last week. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. And then Natalie actually dropped something in my Cash App. Thank you, darling. All of you guys, thank you so much. You definitely make this easier on me trying to get things together to bring out and give to you guys and to the rest of the world that actually happens to pop onto my channel and see me in here clowning and doing what I do. So thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah! Okay, so all right, so on Swipe Left, you all know what my little motto is, honey. We're going to cut through the bull, we're going to sort through the mess, and when we get the facts straight, then we're going to do what? Swipe left. All right, first thing is an actual update. It is an update. Do you all remember last week when we actually I got an actual letter from all the way from London? I got a letter. It was a beautiful letter that a husband wrote in about his wife, who is a large, large fan of the show, and definitely she is a part of Shay Trejor, which is my family here on YouTube. She's definitely a part of the family. Her name is Allison, and her husband's name is Azanti. He wrote a beautiful letter about his wife. He sent in a beautiful picture of her, and she's absolutely gorgeous. It was actually her wedding picture. And I was absolutely happy to actually report it. I was happy to read the letter and happy to share the joy that I felt when I actually read it. I was really, really happy to share that with the rest of our Trejor family. It was really, really nice. I am completely wishing the absolute best for you all and years of blissful happiness and love and understanding. So with that, and I think y'all are definitely on the right path. You know, anytime you find a man that cares for you enough to actually take out time to write a drag queen all the way across the doggone world to thank him for making you happy, there's something to be said about that. I told you last week, girl, he's a keeper. So that's the update. Definitely Allison wrote me and said she saw the shout out and she was really happy and she really thanked me. So there you go. There's the update. Keep watching, Allison. We love you here over on this side of the pond, honey. We're family. She's part of the Shay Treasure family. Look how far we're stretching out, honey. Things are something, ain't it? That internet is something else. We love you, babe. Keep watching. Mwah! All right, guys. Swipe left. Okay, I got a little bit of bad news. You know we can't go too long before something bad happens. But anyway, let's just breeze through this. John Singleton. Yes, director of classic Boys in the Hood. He's 51 years old and he actually suffered a stroke. So, I was like, that kind of shook me. You know, strokes are so common, you know, so commonplace, and I can't stand it. You know, they're very dangerous. It's very dangerous, but it can really slip up on any of us at any time. It could be anything. It could be, you know, if you're dealing with diabetes or you're dealing with high blood pressure, anything like that can actually throw you into a stroke. It's all part of that silent, you know, that silent killing machine that kind of just rolls around, especially in the African American community. So we're definitely praying a successful recovery and grace upon John Singleton. He's only 51. He's very, very young, very, very talented, and we ain't ready to let go of him, and we don't want to see him being all messed up. So I'm wishing the best for John Singleton. I was really bothered to actually hear that. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on, you guys. Swipe left. Okay, and you know what? Let's go backwards again. Let's talk about, it was a thank you that I did 2 weeks ago. And I didn't want to divulge all of his information because I wasn't really sure how comfortable he was with you all knowing really who he is and what he's all about. But he gave me the okay. One thing I did say, I told you all that he actually helps me with gathering stories for the show. So he is definitely a huge, huge help to me throughout the week with gathering stories. And me, because really the show is built on things that I run into. He makes certain that I run into a bunch of things to pick from. So he's a huge help for me, and it definitely does help me out a lot. And I told you all call him, just call him Mr. Well, we're going to listen. This is what we're going to go with. We're just going to call him James, just like we call me James when I'm not Milan. Okay, so his name is James, but I also told you all about his looks. Okay, so I think a lot of you are going to have a really good time with this. Okay, so go on over and see him on Instagram, honey, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about, honey. If you like a little bit of chocolate, honey, you like your little Snickers bar here or there, a little Hershey's bar, a little Payday, a little Nutty Buddy, honey, you know what I mean. You all know what I mean. Go and see him at Instagram at House of _Sir James. At House of _Sir James. Go check him out. You all know. You all trust me. You know I got good taste in men, child. Go on over there and see him, honey. Show him some love. Tell him I sent you. Leave him a message. Tell him we love him over here. Swipe left, honey. All right, you guys. Thank you again, James. Thank you very much. You make my weeks really, really smooth. And I really appreciate it. Thank you, darling. All right, swipe left, guys. Okay, now, dig this. I want to talk about an actor. We just got done talking about a piece of chocolate. That's real serious. Let's talk about another one while we're at it. How many of you all like K. Michelle? How many of you all know that K. Michelle generally has really good taste in men? She does. She does. She has really good taste in men, and she don't have bad taste in women. Okay? Who I'm talking about is Idris Elba. Yes. Serious piece of chocolate, okay? Fierce, fierce actor, and he has really made a name for himself out here in these streets, okay? But I ran into this story where, and this was a while ago I ran into this, that Idris Elba, it was rumored that maybe he would be the next up-and-coming 007. There's never been, you know, the role of James Bond actually flips, and different actors have played James Bond over the years. He's been around forever. And there's never been a black James Bond or African American. There's never been a colored James Bond. Whatever word you're choosing, none of us have ever gotten to be James Bond. So they threw that out there that Idris Elba was going to be up to be the next James Bond. And some people just didn't even believe it. They was like, child, get on out of here. Black James Bond, yeah, right. Whatever. So that story was out there. Then it kind of died down, and I didn't hear anything about it anymore. And I said, oh, so it must have just been a fluke. Or maybe somebody up high said, no. Well, the story is resurfaced yet again. But this time, I don't know, but I'm kind of believing where it's coming from. There was a quote, and the quote was this, quote, "Oh, I think he would be a brilliant Bond," end quote. And the person who said it was this person. Yes, M. Dame Judi Dench. If Dame Judi Dench has signed off and said yes, he could be the next Bond, then I don't have a hard time believing at all that Idris Elba damn well may end up being the next James Bond. She has been around with this whole franchise forever, and she plays M, as I said, which is James Bond's. She's not really a sidekick, but she's kind of like his right-hand woman, if you know what I mean. She kind of covertly really is running the whole operation. She's a bad chick. You understand me? You can't have a 007 movie without him. You can't. And Dame Judi Dench, baby, she is a staple. Okay? She's a dame. So that just tells you about as much as you need to know about her. If you don't know, to my younger people, you'll know who I'm talking about, baby. Look her up. I've showed you the picture. She's sharp to death. Sharp to death, and been sharp for years and years and years. But Dame Judi Dench, look her up. And that's Judy with an I. Okay? Now, the whole thing is, she actually is currently working on a film adaptation of Cats alongside of Idris Elba. So, it is what it is. It ain't about what you know. It's about who you know. So, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be great. I'll be down for it. I like 007. He's a hot mess. So, Idris, we're going to get to see you run around being nasty and letting the kids have it, honey. Because that's, you know, 007 is always letting the girls have it. And the Bond girls are always the baddest girls out. So, it's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, you guys. Swipe left. Okay. I'm going to talk about this. And then I'm probably not going to talk about this for a while until more information comes up. But I got to mention it right now. Oh boy. Yes, Jussie. Jussie. Okay, so I ran into a story where Jussie is actually being sued by the African brothers that were all a part of this whole, I hate to call it like a present day lynching, but, well, yeah, that's kind of harsh, James. That's kind of harsh. The whole debacle, that's what we'll say. The whole debacle behind Jussie's attack. There we go. The two brothers are saying, oh yeah, he set it all up, this, that, thing, and the other, and all of this. And now due to the publicity of it, they're having a hard time getting jobs. Because, you know, they're actors. And actors, you know, child, they're a dime a dozen. You can find actors. There are many people trying to be put on. So people aren't really messing with them. Can you blame them? You're shady. And you're sideways. And even if he did put it together, you were down with it. You're not to be trusted. And I wouldn't hire you either. So, they're wanting to sue Jussie now because they're having a hard time finding work. Do I look concerned? Child, get on out of here. They're ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous. I have no idea how that would actually really work out because Jussie has not been... Now, it would be different if Jussie was actually charged and it was, you know, stated that he did do this. But as things go, charges were dropped and some things are kind of still floating around. Right now, I don't think they really have a leg to stand on. I just think it's just ridiculous. But I don't know going forward what's going to happen. But either way, who wants to be bothered with you? Even if he's found guilty, you're guilty. You're guilty of being shady. You're guilty of whatever it was. If you decided on your own to attack him, you're shady. If you decided under his tutelage to attack him, you're shady. Either way, you can't be trusted, and I personally wouldn't give you a job either. Doing anything. Swipe left. Okay, now, here's a little bit of bad news, but not too bad. Not too bad. I got a side eye on it a little bit, though. Dig this. Yes, our program that we've been waiting for all these months, Pose. Yeah, that little program. Y'all got me acting silly. But that little program, Pose, love it. It's coming back, and we're all excited. It was slated to come back on June the 9th, which is a Tuesday at 9 p.m. That's not happening. It's going to be premiering on Sunday, June the 11th at 10 p.m. on FX. So, it's been switched around. Pose is going to be Sundays now instead of Tuesdays. What's up? You know, I'm kind of side-eyeing this because I don't know what's this all about. The switch of the day and all of that. You know, days play a part in ratings. And you know, Sundays is generally for the crowd that would be watching Pose. Sundays is usually about housewives. And generally, the African American gays watch the housewives, either Potomac or Housewives of Atlanta. Potomac is getting ready to start up. I think Potomac will probably still be running at that point. I'm just side-eyeing it a bit. I might be thinking too far into it. I might be thinking too hard. But I always it makes me a little uneasy when days start being switched and times start being switched for your favorite programs. So I don't know. But that's okay. It's Ryan Murphy. He's gonna make it work because he does that. He makes it work. You know, I love me some Ryan Murphy, honey. He gonna make it work, and we're gonna be there to watch. So it just is what it is. But I think somebody's trying it. Somebody up high. I don't always trust it. But anyway, just so you guys know, don't get discouraged. It's coming, but it's just gonna be June the 11th. June 11th, 10 p.m. I will remind you guys. I will definitely remind you, and definitely keep up with me because I will be definitely reviewing it just as I did last season. So, very excited for the return of Pose. All right, you guys. Swipe left. So, dig this. I thought, you know, I always have my little DVR running to catch my little stuff. I thought that I was going to have myself a good time and actually watch the 60th anniversary of Motown, their whole little program. And I said, oh yeah, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch this. And it was just okay. It was okay. I mean, you had your favorites there, Diana Ross and Berry Gordy was there, and Smokey Robinson was there, and then we had this whole tribute by J-Lo, which I was like, okay, I like J-Lo. So I was like, come on, I'm here for it. But then it was that same tribute that she did during the Grammys, and they just ran the tape. They just rolled the footage. I thought that was petty. I thought that was very, very petty, and I didn't need to see it again. I wasn't all that impressed with it the first time. It was just okay. You know what I mean? It was just okay for me the first time. I didn't need to see it again. If I'd wanted to see it again, I could have went to YouTube. I didn't need them to rerun it on another special a month or so later. But this is the one that bothered me. Whose idea was it for Ciara to tribute Rick James? Are you kidding me? Now, I don't want you to be fooled. I am definitely a Ciara fan. Baby, I live for that level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. I live for it. I love Ciara doing Ciara. All that. All that. I could 1-2 step with her. We could make some promises. We could do a body party. We could do all those things with Ciara. But I don't ever want to see her doing no more Rick James. Not ever. Not never. Ever anymore. It was horrible. It was horrible. She looked cute. I love the bodysuit. I love the boots. But why is Ciara wearing them? I just didn't get it. I mean, there were so many things that were wrong with this. One, why is it a female doing the tribute as if there are no males? There are plenty of males that are out here that are R&B, because that's what Rick James was, rock and R&B. So there are plenty of males that actually could have done this that I'm sure would have jumped at the chance to do it. And then let's go into this, the vocals. And this was really to read on Ciara. Baby, Ciara's vocals could never, ever. Could never, ever. Do you understand when it comes to Rick James? Rick James sang his face off. Do you understand me? He sang his face off. Even when he was singing just like, give it to me, baby. Those fast songs, the vocals that he put down on his fast songs. Ciara ain't got them kind of vocals. No, baby. Not at all. Not at all. I just couldn't. I couldn't. That threw me off. I didn't care for it. I thought it was horrible. Didn't understand it. I just didn't understand it all. Everything she had on, they could have put on a male artist that could actually hold those vocals. And I could think of 5 of them without even thinking hard. And they wouldn't have been, at first I said, well, maybe there wasn't any males that wanted to actually put on that tight, Rick James had a way about the things he wore. But no, that ain't true. That's not true. There are plenty of guys that do that whole metrosexual thing. They got that whole thing going on. So that wouldn't even mind putting that on. So that wasn't it. I don't know whose idea it was, but it was a bad idea. It was a complete no for me. And that's no shade to Cece. I love Cece. But her look was perfect. The vocals were a no. A complete no. It really, I was really done with the whole program from that. Like literally. Like I had to force myself to finish on going through with it. It just wasn't good to me. It wasn't good. It wasn't. And I'm going to tell you, and this is going into another show that they actually did a few weeks ago, which they did the Aretha Franklin, that whole Aretha Franklin tribute. It was a gorgeous show. Y'all know I love Patti LaBelle. Y'all know I do. I love my Patti. But Patti, I'm getting ready to reach for you, girl. I'm getting ready to reach for you, mother. Patti, that was by far the worst tribute that I have actually heard to Aretha Franklin thus far. It was awful. It was awful. And I wasn't going to talk about it, but it is what it is. We're here, so let's talk. Patti came out there. And she's supposed to have been doing Call Me. The moment you get there, she ain't sang none of that. None of that. None of it. Patti, I said either she didn't take the time to learn the words, she didn't care to sing the words, maybe she had like a little brain fart right before it was time to sing the words. I don't know what the issue was, but baby, Patti. The whole thing was, my dearest, my darling, ooh. I said, I said, okay. And when she first started, I said, she's going to do, she's going to make it, she's going to give it a Patti feel. But it never left there. The moment, the hour, oh, baby, 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 baby. I said, okay, Patti. Where are the lyrics, boo? She didn't sing one verse. Not one verse. She pattied it. She pattied it. And, of course, her notes were good, but... I thought it was the most horrific tribute that was done for Aretha. Period. It's the worst tribute I've ever seen Patti do to anyone. It was just not right. And then I even looked at what she had on and I said, Patti, that's a bullshit outfit. Now, Patti, what is you doing? I just sat there. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being petty. But it felt like a moment of like she was walking off the stage and saying shade, but no shade. I'm just like, okay, girl, you win, honey. Hashtag winning, honey. I thought that was horrible. And I think if Aretha would have been around, honey, Aretha would have been ready to snatch Patti about that. It was awful. Just as if Rick James would have been around to see Sierra, he would have cussed someone completely out. And you all know he would have. He would have said, who is this? I'm Rick James, bitch. Who is this? You know he would have said it. And Child Aretha would have gave Patty, bless her soul, and took and grabbed her purse up and left up out of here. Anyway, I'm done. Yes, I'm being petty. That was it. I didn't even title it that. That was a petty moment with Mimi, you guys. It's an extra for this week. Y'all got it. Go on, let me have it in the comments. It's okay. I can take it. I said it, and I ain't taking it back. Swipe left. Okay, it wouldn't be a week if I didn't do it. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, all right, I'm acting silly, but okay, are you all ready? Wendy! You all knew it was coming. Wendy! Wendy girl, what's going on, honey? Oh my goodness, Wendy! Yes, Wendy Williams. Okay, so here's what's up with Wendy, very quickly. Wendy has replaced Mr. Kevin down to the joint as her manager. She is a new manager named Bernie Young. That's who she's actually working with for her management team right now. No more Kevin. And she has also found herself an apartment in New York City. She is done. It's full steam ahead. I had some people say, do you really believe, I did a couple lives this week, and one of the questions kept coming up, do you believe that Wendy Williams is going to go through with the divorce from her husband? Absolutely. And she should. It's sometimes it's just time for things to be over. It is what it is. So congratulations, Wendy. Girl, do your thing. New apartment and a new manager. Girl, you're off to happy days, honey. Girl, get your life, Miss Wendy. Get your life. And shoot, I'm happy for her. Anyway, I'm done. Y'all swipe left. Okay, can we talk about... You know what? I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that for last. I'm going to save that last. We're going to save that for the last story. Let's do a fashion moment right here. Let's talk about some fashion. Last week, we actually talked about prom 2019. And I had a whole array of young ladies who went to the prom, and they were, scantily clad, to say the least, and inappropriate. Here's a young lady that we have actually watched grow up who went to the prom, and my hat was off to her mom. She looked cute. She looked age appropriate. She looked happy, like a young lady should going to the prom. Check her out. Yes, that is Riley Burris. That's little Riley. Little Riley that went to the prom, baby. That red looks fantastic on Riley. Maybe she got her little red dress and her red lip. And did you check out the shoes with the R on it? I said, come on through, Candy. Come on through, Candy. Hats off to Kandi Burruss of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like I said, we have actually watched Riley grow up, and it kind of warmed my heart. It made me smile, because I really did feel bad about ripping those kids apart last week. I felt bad, but not bad enough not to do it. But they were a mess. They were a mess, and their parents should be lined up and pimp slapped. Every last one of them. But Kandi Burruss did an excellent job, and Riley looked fantastic, and I'm sure she had a great time at her prom. I watched her little video. She posted her little video on her YouTube channel. You all could go and check it out. Child, you know I live and breathe YouTube. But yeah, they showed her getting all dressed and getting her hair done. Everything was just really nice. It was really nice and very prom. You know, the aesthetic was perfect. Everything was like it was supposed to be. It was appropriate. Thank you, Kandi. Thank you so much. And on that, swipe left. Okay, last story. Last story for the week, you guys. And this one kind of got right up underneath me in my crawl and made me want to get the windmilling. Let's talk about opportunistic. Let's talk about disrespectful. Let's talk about shameful and greedy. Robyn Crawford. Yes, you all know the name. Robyn Crawford, who was best friends with the late, great Whitney Houston. She's writing a book. Well, she's done writing it. She's going to be releasing it later this year. And the book is called A Song for You, My Life with Whitney Houston. Now, it's reported that in this book, we're going to find tawdry details of the relationship of Robyn and Whitney Houston. More so of this supposed lesbian relationship that they had going on for years. You know what? I am so not here for this. Like, I had issues about the biopics that were done and the movies that were done. She hasn't even been gone that long. Like, we say rest in peace, but when has she been able to rest in peace? Whitney hasn't been able to rest in peace. Michael hasn't been able to rest in peace. Bobby Christina hasn't been able to rest in peace. Prince hasn't been able to rest in peace, because you never leave it alone. It's never been left alone. They talk about them so much, and they dig up trash so much and just go at it, at their families so much that it's like these people never actually passed away. It is disrespectful. It is completely disrespectful. And then Robyn, are you kidding me, miss? You didn't come out and say these things when she was living, because you knew that she wouldn't have been here for it. What's different now? A dollar figure. Sell you down the river for $5. The same reasons why you didn't do these things when she was living are the same reasons why you shouldn't be doing this now. Her mother is still living. And I'm sure if there's truth to what you're talking about, her mother is the main reason why she kept it hidden. So what's your deal, ma'am? Because her mother is still living. What is it? What is the importance of you spilling this tea now? Like I said, you're disrespectful. You're opportunistic. You're shameful. And you are greedy. And I will not be reading that mess. Ugh. I'm so over that. I'm so over that. Whitney never came out and said she was a lesbian. So I just don't feel like it's anybody else's place to be. You know, that whole thing. Outing people is not cool. Whether they're living or dead. Outing people is not cool. It really isn't. If you were okay and you sat back and you held a secret while they were around, you need to continue holding it. Outing people is not cool. Swipe left. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another episode of Swipe Left. You know I love you guys and I appreciate you. And I will meet you right back here, 12 p.m. next Saturday. And we'll do this all over again. DJ, take me on out of here. See you guys. See you guys next week.
Feel like